Handoff goes to Gaither. He's being harassed in the backfield, gets away from one tackler. Now he gets around to the sideline, and he goes out of bounds at the 41. He's going to run about 50 yards to lose 2 on that. Good pursuit there by North Lincoln. It's like 3 or 4 different players were chasing Gaither.
Yeah, it's it's one of those plays where it's I love it when it's 3rd and 1 and they're in the shotgun. That was 3rd and 3, and then they run wide. When they've been doing pretty good going right at them. But what do I know?
Play clock down to 10. Looks like they might be trying to draw him offside here, and it didn't work. So Bunker Hill is forced to take their first time out, and we'll take another one here as well. We'll be back shortly.
There might be other Coyote tractor dealers in the area, but there is only one that stands above the rest, and that's Weston Sales in Vail. There's a reason they have been one of the top-selling Coyote tractor dealers in America today. Some reasons could be quality of service, friendly people, and yes, price. They will not be undersold on a new Coyote tractor. There's one waiting for you, Coyote and Weston Sales, synonymous in the tractor industry today. See them at 110 Highway 18 North in Vail, online at westonsales.com. Like them on Facebook, too. Abernathy Chevrolet Buick GM.
Whoops. Sometimes the buttons don't work as well as we had hoped. So Bunker Hill comes out of the timeout. And have they got a tight end? They've got 2x2. He's way up the other side. Blair throws high, goes off the helmet of number 6, Blay Phillips. Now we remember Blay, the little whirling dervish that goes after everything. So they'll turn it over on downs. It was much too high for the receiver. I think it was Gaither. And it bounced off the helmet of Phillips. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Knights. This time they get the ball in plus territory at the 41.
Yeah, again, just down 1. That one, you might want to have punted it, but again, both teams 1-7, trying to get something going. Very important game. We'll see how it goes.
Burns snaps, pitches to Alberti, going to the far side on the right. Good try on the block out there by Lafferty Boyer. And it'll be a short game, though, for Alberti and the Knights, as we've got another player down for Bunker Hill.
I think that's number 18, Wilkinson, Drake Wilkinson. He's already got 3 tackles, so he's done a pretty good job here on the defensive side for the Bears. And he's kind of clutching at his left leg, it looks like.
Well, while there's this timeout, let's take a look at what some of the other Lincoln County athletes are doing in the state playoffs. As I mentioned, tennis has been a strong suit for Lincoln County athletes in 3A. In the individual tennis, Kennedy McCumber of West Lincoln advances to state. She'll be facing Moksha Agrawai of North Carolina School of Science and Math. So if she can't beat her in tennis, I don't know, you don't want to take her on in math and science, the ones that come from that school. And then in 4A, Ava Cochran of Lincoln Charter advanced to state. She'll play Morgan Stowe of Carborough. That's in the 4A. And in the 5A, now I can see why East Lincoln is as good as they are. 2 players advanced to states. Carson Sink of East Lincoln, Jimmy Cherry's granddaughter, got to mention that, returned to state. She played in the states last year. She'll play Mackenzie Way of Seaforth, and Sydney Dan of East Lincoln also advanced. She'll play Shiloh Willingham of Currituck. If both of those can win, they'll have an East Lincoln inter-squad match for the championship.
Oh, boy.
So 2nd down and 9, so that's the team tennis, or the individual tennis right now. Good luck to all 4 of those Lincoln County tennis players. Burns keeps it, pitches late, and there's a lot of people in the backfield. That one wasn't going to go anywhere anyway. Burns was pretty well covered, and Alberti was definitely covered. Ended up losing 4 yards.
Yeah, interesting. Burns usually does a pretty good job of reading that. That one I probably would have given to AG because they were coming in off the edges, playing both him as well as Alberti, and they lost 5 yards on that.
Yeah,
play.
5. So 3rd and 14. After the great field position, they're not doing much with it so far. Burns keeps it, turns around the right side, dragged down. We got a flag thrown in from the back judge again. And they're saying face mask. That's the preliminary signal I'm seeing. Personal foul, and it is a face mask. So they get the gain of about 7 yards. And then they'll tack on another 15. So I go ahead and say that, hey, they haven't done much on this possession so far, and then all of a sudden they rip off a combined 22 yards. So it's a Turner Hauser Insurance first down by penalty, but you'll take them any way you can get them.
Absolutely.
Ball's on the 23. Again, wide out to the side there is Fabiano. Pitch goes to Alberti. No, it's not Alberti. That's Lafferty Boyer. He takes the pitch, finds an opening. Good blocking by Fabiano, the wide receiver, on this near side. And he gets 6, maybe 7 yards on that.
I'm not in the corner this week. I'm in the middle, but I got a big wall right in front of me.
You know, you got, yeah, neither of us have a full field view. I've got to look through the North Lincoln coaches box to see the right-hand end zone. North Lincoln going towards the left-hand end zone right now. 2nd and 4. Hand off to Agee. Agee goes through. He's going to be close to the first down. He goes right up the middle and then veers a little to the left. And they're saying first down. Turner Hauser Insurance, first down.
Yeah, 4 minutes to go here in the first half. And if I remember correctly, Bunker Hill won the toss and took the ball. So North Lincoln will get the ball to start the second half.
And that'd be good if they can double up here, get it right before halftime, and then get the ball back. So after their first possession where they threw the interception, they've had 2 touchdowns, and they're driving again. Burns, quick pitch to Agee. Agee turns it up around the right side's got an opening, breaks one tackle, gets down inside the 5-yard line before he's finally brought down. That's going to be close to another first down. They need to get to about the 3-4 line to get a first down. And 9-yard run there by Agee is going to make it 2nd and 1 inside the 5, just barely.
Yeah, put it just inside. Yeah, right.
The back nose of the
4.75, 4.8.
something like that. The back nose of the football touching the 5-yard line.
I thought he got down a little further than that, but
Well, I was going by the down marker on the other side,
yeah.
and they kind of moved it back a little bit. But a good gain, 2nd and 1. Burns keeps it. He tries to go through the left side of the line, nothing there, and he'll probably lose about the length of the football on that one.
Yeah, he was kind of trying to use Agee as like a fullback blocking for him. He tried to get behind Agee, but good job there by Bunker Hill's number 8 Parsons to stop him for no gain.
So still 3rd and a short 2. It says 1 on the scoreboard, but it's not very much. Again, just over 2 minutes to go in the half. North Lincoln driving. Hand off to Agee through the right side, and he into the end zone. Touchdown for the Knights. A Kiever Pharmacy of Lincolnton touchdown, and it's 19-12 with the James River extra point upcoming.
Yeah, Agee was smelling it on that one. He ran hard. Not that he doesn't run hard all the time, but he saw the end zone. Yeah, he went super duper hard on that one and was able to punch it in. So good job there by the Knights. Less than 2 minutes to go here in the half.
And it looks like they're set up to go to 2. Burns under center. Takes a snap, hands off to Agee again. This time I think he's dragged down. So they went for 2 there, and they didn't convert. So the score, with 1:58 to go in the half, it's North Lincoln 19, Bunker Hill 12. You're listening to high school football on KTC.
GMC is kicking off the fall season with tremendous deals, like get up to $10,000 off the all-new 2025 Chevrolet Silverado, 2025 GMC Eras, and take up to $4,000 off the all-new 2025 Buick GX, $3,000 off the 2025 Buick Envision. Plus, get big savings on the Car Bravo certified used cars, and special financing is available at Abernathy Chevrolet Buick GMC, 1445 East Main Street, Lincoln, online at abernathychevrolet.com. The Make This the Summer event is underway at Abernathy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Lincoln. We are putting performance in your hands. Purchase now and get a $2,250 bonus cash allowance. And you may be eligible for up to a $10,000 annual tax deduction on interest paid on a new qualifying auto loan on all new 2025 Dodge Durango models. Come in for all the details during the Make This the Summer event at Abernathy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 1442 East Main Street in Lincoln.
So after falling behind 12-7, North Lincoln has now scored on 3 straight possessions, and they hold a 19-12 lead. We've got 1:58 to go in the half, and North Lincoln will get the ball to start the second half. So Rice comes up, boots it along the ground, fallen on, no return there. Bunker Hill player just decided to let the ball, try to deflate the ball. That was Sawyer Lackey, and they'll have 1st and 10. Better field position than they've had the last couple times, as this time they will take over at the 38-yard line. But less than 2 minutes to go in the half. That last drive by North Lincoln was vintage, as they ran almost 4.5 minutes off the clock.
And just what the doctor ordered, as you mentioned. Short field, got aided by the face mask penalty to pick up the first down early in that possession.
Hand off to Dials, goes up the middle, now breaks it towards the right side. Tough to bring down. We don't have heights and weights, but he's pretty good sized. And he gets out to the 47. That's going to be about a yard short of the first down, gain of 9. Their best running play of the night.
Yeah, just going back real quick, North Lincoln was trying to go for 2 to get about 2 scores. Now a snap over the head.
And fallen on by Blair, emphasized by Logan Rogers as he came in and fell on him just as he fell on the ball.
That'd be the easiest sack he'll ever get.
That's for sure. So after a gain of 9, they lose 10 on that play. Pushes it back to 3rd and 12. Blair back to pass, steps up, and he's brought down. And that's going to be another sack, another tackle for loss, as they'll lose a couple yards, and I think you'll see North Lincoln take a timeout. And they did. So Blair loses another couple. No wonder his rushing yardage is terrible. 3 carries for minus 20 because he's back to pass, and he gets nailed with the rushing stats if he gets pulled down.
Yeah, I guess he's done a good job when he's thrown it. Just a couple times he's hung on to the ball a little too long, and it's cost him. Of course, that one, he held on that too long, but the play before, the snap was over his head, so he just did a good job by falling on it. And 4th down, you would think they don't want this to get out of hand too much. They might want to just punt this away, but we'll see what they call. But North Lincoln, again, being smart, taking the timeout. Trying to go 3 for 1, not back-to-back, but back-to-back-to-back.
Even better. So it'll be 4th down from the 35. McCormick is in to punt. And it looks like number 6, Blake Phillips, is back to receive. The Mighty Might.
McCormick sets up in punt formation, Knight's back deep.
Low snap, bounces back to him. He kicks it quick, but it's coming towards us in the press box. That's never good. So they will mark it at the 44-yard line, so that was a punt of about 8 yards.
Will take over 1st and 10.
So, as you said, North Lincoln's going to get a shot here.
And they still have one timeout to work with.
And they've got good field position at the plus 44.
Just what, one of the Captain Obvious, I know we're on the radio, but yeah, the snapping for the Bears on the PATs and on the punts. I don't think
on just some of the plays, too.
I don't think it's so much the kickers as it is the snapper. It's taking too long to get there. And
well, when you roll it back there, it does take a while. Burns back, rolls to the right. He's being chased, and he's taken down from behind. Good play there. That looked to be Jaden Parson, number 8, if I saw the number correctly.
You were correct.
Play for a loss. 2nd down.
So Burns loses about 10 yards on 1st down.
Man, I think they're taking their last time out.
He was looking to throw the ball and he rolled out for a long way, but got pulled down from behind. Good pursuit there by Parson.
I think they're taking a timeout. That was a warning from the officials, sideline warning. But no,
all right, now the clock's winding. We're at 23 seconds. So time for maybe one more play, unless it's incomplete. North Lincoln hands off, goes to Logan Rogers. Logan bowls his way down. That's 9.7 seconds. That's going to stop the clock while they move the chains. It's a Turner Hauser Insurance 1st down. He goes all the way from the 47. Now, the legal motion is going to wipe that out.
Nullify Rogers' 1st down run.
So good, I don't have to figure out what the yardage was on that. I just write down penalty 5.
And Dials coming up again a little slowly for the Bears.
Not the first time tonight.
No.
So we're at 9.7 seconds left. 5-yard penalty on the Knights will make it
The yardage will be marked off for North Lincoln to their own
2nd and 25. And the clock is rolling. North Lincoln says that's enough for us. We're going to get the ball back here in about 15 minutes, and they'll run off the field. So we're at halftime. On the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard, it's North Lincoln 19, Bunker Hill 12. You're listening to Lincoln County High School football on KTC.
Bug Busters now has a new location in Lincoln. They are now located at 2863 NC Highway 27 West at the Highway 150 Business Intersection, right across from St. Ace Hardware. Who you going to call? Bug Busters, of course, serving North and South Carolina with the very best in professional pest control and waterproofing. Just call 704-732-2227. Visit the website at bugbusters.com. Like them on Facebook, too. Again, now located at 2863 NC Highway 27 West in Lincoln. Who you going to call? Bug Busters. First Federal Savings Bank. They've been serving Lincoln County and the surrounding counties since 1940. If you're looking to build your dream home, purchase a new home, or buy land, they have the products and services for you. At First Federal Savings Bank, they want to get to know you by name and build a relationship for generations to come. Give them a call at 704-735-0416 or visit the website at ffsb-nc.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
It's the Slingshot Showstopper sales event at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Get up to $3,000 customer cash on remaining 2024 models, plus 15% off accessories. Plus, it's the all-out summer sales event on all Polaris models with up to $4,000 off 2024 models, and financing at 0% for up to 60 months. And save big on the Suzuki King Quad ATVs with 0% financing for up to 36 months or $1,600 in customer cash. At Full Throttle Power Sports, 100 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com.
You can book your tee times online at the Glen Oaks Golf Course in Maiden. Just go online at glenoaksgolf.com. Pick out your tee time and book it. Check out their pro shop, snack bar, driving range, and banquet hall. And memberships are available. For more information, call 828-428-2451. Or again, go online at GlenOaksGolf.com and like them on Facebook too. Is your home or business in need of a new roof or gutters? Look no further than Gutter Guys. Gutter Guys provides complete gutter and roofing solutions in our entire area, and even in Columbia, South Carolina. With over 22 years experience, Gutter Guys specializes in metal and shingle roofing, seamless gutters, and copper works. If your roof and gutters need some attention, Gutter Guys is here to help you. No job is too big or too small. So give them a call today at 704-879-4384 for Gutter Guys. Serving the Carolinas since 2003.
Escape the elements and get back to comfortable with James River Equipment's Back to Cool special. Step inside a John Deere 3R, 4R, or 5E 3-cylinder tractor and enjoy the ultimate operator experience. The premium cab keeps you out of the dust, dirt, and bugs, while air ride seats and quiet climate-controlled interior lets you focus on getting more done. With up to $5,000 off and 0% financing for 72 months, there's never been a better time to upgrade your ride. James River delivers. Ends 9/26/25 with approved credit from John Deere Financial. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
James River Equipment Company, 703 North Post Road, Shelby. Applying for a car loan has never been easier than now at Jeff's Auto Sales in Lincoln and Shelby. Just apply online and get your financing pre-approved. Just go to jeffsautosales.com. And remember, they are the home of the $500 down payment. And shop online for your next vehicle. See the entire selection, pick out the one you want, and just apply online. That's Jeff Auto Sales, 3081 East Highway 27 in Lincoln, 4490 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Again, apply online at jeffsautosales.com. Be prepared for the flu season. Stop in with no appointment necessary at Kiever Pharmacy in Lincoln. They do all types of vaccinations, including flu shots, and now they are recommending pneumonia shots for those over the age of 50. Kiever Pharmacy features personalized care. See them at 1814 East Main Street in Lincoln, next to Chick-fil-A. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 3 on Saturday. Call 704-735-9072. Online at KieverPharmacy.com. Like them on Facebook too.
Some people say there are doers and there are dreamers. But what's wrong with a little dreaming, especially when it's shared? With hard work, little dreams grow into big ones. At Kubota, we know that your work never stops, and we're inspired by those who dream. But our equipment is built for dreamers and doers, like you. Kubota, built for those who do.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive, Kings Mountain. Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln has been serving the Piedmont of North and South Carolina since 1919. Sure, they deliver to your home with home heating oils. They'll help keep you warm, but they do a whole lot more. They feature bulk fuel delivery, on-site and commercial fueling, backup generator fueling, and farm and agricultural fueling. For home or business or farms, call on Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln, 704-735-2508. Online at rhodesandbill.com, located at 1404 East Main Street in Lincoln. Like them on Facebook too. Got water problems? Then call the Warden. That's the Warden Companies in Lincoln. No matter your water problems, Gary Ward and the Warden Companies can help. From basement and crawl space encapsulation to water damage restoration, from mold and mildew remediation to structural repair, also foundation drainage and repair. And they repair dehumidifiers and do home remodeling too. Call the Warden Companies in Lincoln. Call 704-860-9800, a division of Bug Busters. There might be other Coyote tractor dealers in the area, but there is only one that stands above the rest, and that's Weston Sales in Vail. There's a reason they have been one of the top-selling Coyote tractor dealers in America today. Some reasons could be quality of service, friendly people, and yes, price. They will not be undersold on a new Coyote tractor. There's one waiting for you, Coyote and Weston Sales, synonymous in the tractor industry today. See them at 110 Highway 18 North in Vail, online at westonsales.com. Like them on Facebook too.
And we're back here at Bunker Hill. Time for the stadium halftime show, brought to you by Gutter Guys of Kings Mountain. So taking a look at some of the statistics here, we'll start with the home team at Bunker Hill. 9 of 13 passing, 133 yards and a touchdown. They got off to a really quick start offensively, but have kind of fizzled here lately, especially because of their running game. 8 carries for -8 yards.
Well, it's easy to figure out the average.
Yeah, it is. I mean, quarterback didn't help there. 3 carries for -20 because the sacks were racked up on him. But passing-wise, 4 catches for Tay Gaither for 97 yards, 3 catches by Jaden Whitener for 22, and then a catch each for Cam Ruff and Will McCormick. So total offense for them, 125 yards. And again, a lot of that was on the first 2 drives. Got the touchdown. Since then, it's been punt, downs, and punt. Over on the other side for North Lincoln, 25 carries for 109 yards, 1 of 2 passing for 10 yards, but also with an interception. The only reception was by number 24, Stephen Fox, on a quick in pattern. And as you pointed out, the ball was over on the right hash mark, and Fox lined up at the numbers on the other side of the field, so it had a huge opening for a slant pattern, just quick slant over the middle, got the 10 yards, got the first down, and they ended up scoring. So at halftime, score is 19-12. North Lincoln with 119 yards offense. So they actually have less, but they've had better field position each time they've started.
Yeah, I can say a little deceiving. Both teams really have had pretty good field position. I think I just remember the one time the touchback that Bunker Hill started at the 20, but for the most part they've had good field position, just haven't done anything with it. Mostly have gone backwards, as it's tell by their rushing stats. -8 yards, that's obviously not going to get it done. But I expect them to get back to that passing game that they started with, get that ball out of the quarterback's hands, Blair a little bit faster, and let Gaither just use his speed and get out in the open field.
Now, yeah, you were saying earlier they were throwing the ball quickly. It looked like he was holding it a little longer, but also North Lincoln was sending the house on some plays.
Yeah, like you say, they've got the superior size advantage on the line. You know, I think we kind of got used to watching Stuart Kramer the last couple of weeks. They were just massive up front.
Oh, geez.
And looking at, you know, and we kind of heard it up here in the press box that they just at the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, they just don't have that size to kind of compete with the Knights. So, you know, you see it on the offensive side where they can't run the ball, and again, getting the quick passes, and then they can't really, lately, last 2 drives for Knights, stop the Knights from doing what they want to do on the offensive side.
Yeah, couldn't get them off the field. And the thing that they also pointed out on the other side, which was a good point, North Lincoln just likes to wear you out. They'll go on those long drives. They had a 4.5-minute drive. They had, oh my goodness, this was a long one. It went from 1:30 of the first quarter all the way to 7:51 of the second quarter. So you're looking at about 5 minutes or more on that one. And then the previous drive was also a little over 4 minutes. So they're definitely winning the time of possession, that's for sure. And in the process, they're just wearing out Bunker Hill.
Yeah, like I say, they could sub when they need to a little bit more. They've got some more numbers on the bench. But again, the difference is in the trenches. It's on the lines. And it's tough for Bunker Hill to keep up.
Now let's go back and take a look at we've got a lot of athletes that have been in state playoffs this week and this weekend. On the individual side, we didn't even get to where it was doubles. So East Lincoln's got 2 girls in the individual final in the singles, and they've got a doubles team that will also play in the finals. So there's a pretty good reason why East Lincoln's ranked number 1 on the west side of the state from the looks of things. They will play it's Maddie Wilkins and Gianna LaStella will play a team from Durham School of the Arts, and this is all going to be individual that started today. The individuals is this weekend. The team finals are going to be next week, and that's up in at the Burlington Tennis Center. On the team side, Lincoln Charter defeated Ashe County, then defeated Fred T. Ford. So they advanced to the Final Four next Saturday to play Lake Norman Charter. And on the 5A side, East Lincoln defeated Franklin in the 4th round. They went, and so they advanced to the Final Four next week to play Hickory.
Oh,
So Hickory and East Lincoln are going to drive all the way up to Burlington to play each other. One of them's guaranteed to be in the finals, so there's a reason they would have to drive up there anyway. So, but it's just kind of funny to see two teams so close to each other have to go clear on the other side of Greensboro to play a match. And women's golf regionals, finals are coming up Monday and Tuesday for 3A at Longleaf Golf Club in Pinehurst. Very nice course.
yeah, I've been there.
West Lincoln finished 3 shots out of advancing as a team, but Melanie Huffman and Ainsley Howard advanced as individuals. On 4A side, Kaylin Cherry of Lincoln Charter advanced. She tied for the last individual spot, won a playoff. That's also going to be at Longleaf. And on the 5A side, East Lincoln won the West Regional. Norwin from North Lincoln advanced, and the finals for that will be at Stonebridge Golf Club down in Monroe. The brain's working so well. And then, of course, tomorrow is going to be cross-country regionals. 6 of the classes are all running out at the Tryon International Equestrian Center. I got some pictures from Coach Jerry Castro. The footing is rather interesting. There's holes here and there and some things he wasn't too happy about. It's an equestrian place, so I can't believe they'd allow holes like that because horse steps in them, you could lose a horse.
Yeah.
So-
I'm not sure steeplechasing, but
well, yeah,
I don't
that's
think they do that on the cross-country path.
Okay, and men's soccer is just finishing up the regular season. Their first round of the state playoffs isn't until Monday the 3rd of November. Finally, volleyball. Lincolnton's still alive. They will play they beat somebody, and I'm not doing too good on these. I wiped out the name of who they played. But they will play Pine Lake Prep, the number 1 seed in the next round. West Lincoln defeated Piedmont Charter. They'll play number 6 Drawn in the next round. In 4A, Lincoln Charter beat Mount Pleasant 3-1, but lost in the next round to Lake Norman Charter. That's going to get to be a rivalry. It seems like Lincoln Charter and Lake Norman Charter's different sides of the lake going at it in a lot of sports. And then
That's the same conference, though, right? Aren't they both?
Yes, they're both in that same
Catawba
conference with
Shores.
Corvian and all the others over there, Langtree. Okay, and in 5A, East Lincoln, this is in volleyball, East Lincoln defeated Forest View 3-0, lost to number 1 Hickory 3-0 in the second round. North Lincoln was ranked 6th. They had a bye in the first round. They defeated West Rowan, but lost to number 3 Franklin in the third round, 3-2. They lost the first 2 games, won the next 2, and lost 15-13 in the tiebreaker. So a tough match there for North Lincoln. Their season is over, but let's see, West Lincoln and Lincolnton are still alive in 3A. So that'll do it for other sports that are in their state playoffs for Lincoln County schools and individual athletes. So we're listening. The band has played a bit, and now they're off the field. So we're going to wrap up the stadium halftime show here, and we'll be back with the second half after this timeout.
Abernathy Chevrolet Buick GMC is kicking off the fall season with tremendous deals, like get up to $10,000 off the all-new 2025 Chevrolet Silverado, 2025 GMC Eras, and take up to $4,000 off the all-new 2025 Buick GX, $3,000 off the 2025 Buick Envision. Plus, get big savings on the Car Bravo certified used cars, and special financing is available at Abernathy Chevrolet Buick GMC, 1445 East Main Street, Lincoln, online at AbernathyChevrolet.com. The Make This the Summer event is underway at Abernathy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Lincoln. We are putting performance in your hands. Purchase now and get a $2,250 bonus cash allowance. And you may be eligible for up to a $10,000 annual tax deduction on interest paid on a new qualifying auto loan on all new 2025 Dodge Durango models. Come in for all the details during the Make This the Summer event at Abernathy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 1442 East Main Street in Lincoln. Bug Busters now has a new location in Lincoln. They are now located at 2863 NC Highway 27 West at the Highway 150 business intersection, right across from St. Ace Hardware. Who you going to call? Bug Busters, of course, serving North and South Carolina with the very best in professional pest control and waterproofing. Just call 704-732-2227. Visit the website at bugbusters.com. Like them on Facebook, too. Again, now located at 2863 NC Highway 27 West in Lincoln. Who you going to call? Bug Busters. First Federal Savings Bank. They've been serving Lincoln County and the surrounding counties since 1940. If you're looking to build your dream home, purchase a new home, or buy land, they have the products and services for you. At First Federal Savings Bank, they want to get to know you by name and build a relationship for generations to come. Give them a call at 704-735-0416 or visit the website at ffsb-nc.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
One last order of business to do here on the Stadium Halftime Show, brought to you by Gutter Guys of Kings Mountain, is to look at some of the scores from other games around the area.
All right, so we've got some battles going on around, again, the area. You got Crest 14, Ashbrook 7.
Is Ashbrook undefeated? I think they were. If I printed out the one page, I'd know that. But
I want to say they are. I can't remember.
Yeah,
who they
I don't
lost
remember.
to,
Yeah.
but, we know Crest has come a long way, but they're undefeated in the conference. It might be for the conference on that one.
probably.
Anyway, Hunter Huss 7, Kings Mountain 7, Forest View 14, South Point 14. So they're all in that one conference, and it's a battle going on tonight.
It's unusual, South Point having trouble with Forest View. They don't normally.
Yeah, probably, don't know. It's not on the What's Up Shopper. If you can go to What's Up Shopper on X and see some highlights. I looked at a couple earlier, but this next game is actually on What's Up Shopper, and that's Stuart Kramer 14, Cherryville 7. A little surprise there. That Cherryville's keeping it close. East Lincoln 7 and Maiden 7. Again, we kind of talked about, East Lincoln got beat last week at Hickory, and now it looks like they can't score, which is unusual. We're doing the North Lincoln, but West Lincoln 27, East Gaston 7, Pine Lake Prep 37, Lincoln Charter 21, Burns 35, Highland 0, Chase 35, Drawn 0, Shelby 37, Bessemer City 0.
Sorry, Kevin.
Our Central 22, West Caldwell 14, Mountain Island Charter 14, South Stanley 7, East Burke 16, East Rutherford 13, Union Academy 17, Thomas Jefferson 13, West Iredell 18, Bandy 7, Newton Conover 21, Fred T. Ford 0, High Brighton 27, Patton 0, and Corvian 9, Christ the King 0. I think that's Corvian. If I looked at the Catawba Shores conference.
Yeah, those two are undefeated in conference, and I believe they're going for the conference lead.
Yeah, and I believe Corvian has a bye next week, so they will obviously win that division. No, it looks like Community School of Davidson has lost to Corvian, and Christ the King has lost. So, yeah, Corvian's going to take that title. Well, Christ King's lost. They must have lost to Community School of Davidson. I apologize because they're playing, obviously, Corvian tonight.
Yeah.
And then Lake Norman Charter's got the bye next week.
Where's Corvian in the RPI for, what are they, 3A?
I don't think I have the 3A RPI. I got 4A, 5A. Hang on a second. There's 3A. Is Corvian here, or are they 2A?
Ooh, that's right. Because they were 1A last year,
Yeah, I
so
think
they're
they're
probably
2A.
1 or 2A this year.
Yeah, I only got the 3A, 4A, 5A just because of the Lincoln schools.
Right. I was just curious.
No, I don't. I probably could get my fingers working. You go
Yeah,
ahead
that's what I'm doing as well. We both had the same idea. NCHSAA. Listen to me as we do this. It's quality programming
Let's see if there's
here.
any other updates. Yeah, I think we said 7-7 East Lincoln and Maiden. I got Maiden 14, East Lincoln 7 on the app. And I don't know, did we mention West Lincoln 27, East Gaston 14?
It was 27-7 of what we
Okay.
mentioned,
Yeah, these are a
so
little
that's an
more
update.
And then, Pine Lake Prep is now up on Lincoln Charter 44-21. And they're in the fourth quarter because they start at 7 o'clock.
Where was it? Whose game is this?
Lincoln Charter and Pine Lake Prep.
Oh, okay, because the Iredell County schools also tend to start at
Right.
7 o'clock as well. So quick, going through the RPI here for 2A. There's Corvion in at number 8. Murphy, Swain County, Tarboro in front of them. So they'll have next week off, and then almost certainly will have a bye in the first round because there's only 45 teams playing in 2A. So I don't know. Unless somebody opts out, I think everybody will make the playoffs.
Is that how they do it? Okay.
Yep, a participation trophy for getting through the season in 2A. So we're ready to go here with the second half. Lincoln County High School football you can listen to on lincolncounty.com. You can find us on YouTube. And we appreciate you joining us. And while you're at it, tell 10 friends. So Buckbusters is our sponsor, and there's the kick. It's a short kick fielded at the 30 or 27-yard line. That looks to be Lafferty Boyer. So a good return there, and they will get the ball to start the second half. At the 42-yard line. Again, good field position. The worst they've had tonight is the 34-yard line. But there doesn't appear to be anybody for Bunker Hill that could kick it far enough to push them back like that.
Dials taking his time getting into the linebacker spot for the Bears.
Burns hands off to Agee, goes to the right side, just gets tripped up there by Damian Birch, or else he'd have gone a long way. Again, another one of those tackles where he just get him by the foot enough, and that's it. But he did get 5 yards on the play. Puts him at 93 for the game, getting close to another 100-yard gain. He's had several of those this year.
Yeah, I think he was averaging, about 140 a game, so
Yep.
He's well on his way.
Tight receivers on each side. Burns pitches. It goes to Boyer. Boyer around the left side of the line. And he almost had the ball stripped out of there. Dials had a hold of his arm. And the back judge is running up. Was there a penalty? No. Okay, so it'll be a Turner Hauser Insurance first down for North Lincoln as they get to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's any big adjustments for the Bears. They're pretty much running the same offense. They really didn't do too bad of a job. Again, trying to string it out as much as they can, but Agee's just running real hard tonight.
Burns keeps it, goes around the right side, breaks a tackle, cuts back towards the sideline. He's got one man to catch him, and he just brings him down. Tay Gaither brings him down inside the 10-yard line. So that'll be a gain of 33 yards on that carry by Burns. Gaither was the only one that could have stopped him from getting into the end zone.
Yeah, we kind of mentioned since Burns has been back, he's been running that offense for a few years now, does a good job. And with Agee running as hard, they kind of overplayed him, kind of bit on that fake to the dive. And a good job by Burns to get out in space and get him inside the 10.
So first and goal as they're in the red zone at the 7-yard line. Breaking the huddle a little late. Play clock down to 5, but they usually snap it pretty quick. And no problem there. Hand off to Agee straight up the middle, and he's into the end zone. It's a Kiever Pharmacy of Lincolnton touchdown for the Knights. Landon Agee with a second touchdown run of the game. And that puts him at exactly 100 yards for the game.
And you mentioned his second touchdown, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, good job. Again, that's just what the doctor ordered for the Knights. Coming out here in the second half. A little quicker than 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Or 2 minutes.
Coleman Rice now goes into kick formation. Burns will hold as they attempt the James River Equipment PAT. Snap. hold, kick is up, and this one is good. So with 9:59 to go in the third quarter, North Lincoln has extended their lead to 26-12 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. We'll be back with a kickoff after this.
It's the Slingshot Showstopper sales event at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Get up to $3,000 customer cash on remaining 2024 models, plus 15% off accessories. Plus, it's the all-out summer sales event on all Polaris models with up to $4,000 off 2024 models and financing at 0% for up to 60 months. And save big on the Suzuki King Quad ATVs with 0% financing for up to 36 months or $1,600 in customer cash. At Full Throttle Power Sports, 100 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com.
So after kicking the extra point, Rice will come on to kick off to the Bears. Excuse me. It's so dry around here these days. We have had, almost no rain in 2 months.
I think we're going to get a little catch up early next week.
Good kick by Rice. Almost died inside the 5-yard line. Picked up quick by Gaither, and he might have outkicked his coverage. Gaither gets it from the 3-yard line all the way out to the 32. Good return there. And we've got a player getting up very slowly for North Lincoln. It looks like Boyer, number 8.
Yes, I think like we got a Bunker Hill player down as well. Can't see the number for him.
No, Boyer rolled over enough I could see the 8 on his back, and that was the only reason I could tell. So we've got a player down for each team, and we'll take a quick timeout while they tend to the players.
You can book your tee times online at the Glen Oaks Golf Course in Maiden. Just go online at glenoaksgolf.com. Pick out your tee time and book it. Check out their pro shop, snack bar, driving range, and banquet hall. And memberships are available. For more information, call 828-428-2451. Or again, go online at glenoaksgolf.com and like them on Facebook too. Is your home or business in need of a new roof or gutters? Look no further than Gutter Guys. Gutter Guys provides complete gutter and roofing solutions in our entire area, and even in Columbia, South Carolina. With over 22 years experience, Gutter Guys specializes in metal and shingle roofing, seamless gutters, and copper works. If your roof and gutters need some attention, Gutter Guys is here to help you. No job is too big or too small. So give them a call today at 704-879-4384 for Gutter Guys. Serving the Carolinas since 2003.
And we're back here at Bunker Hill. Wearing number 8 was dangerous to your health on that play, as both players for each team were wearing number 8. Boyer for North Lincoln and Parson for Bunker Hill. They both came off the field. Parson needed a little assistance. Boyer did it on his own. So now 3 wide receivers to the low side of the field. Blair back throws. He's trying to find his receiver downfield. It's a little too long there for Cam Ruff, and 2 players in coverage for North Lincoln.
A much better job blocking up front. He had a little bit more time on that one. Try to let Ruff get downfield just a little bit more and just overthrew him a little bit. Again, still pretty good ball. When you throw it, you want either your guy to come down with it or nobody to come down with it. And so he led him just a little bit too far. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Again, same formation. Ball's on the far hash, but 3 wide receivers to this side, the wide side of the field. Quick throw by Blair. It's high. Gaither climbs the ladder and brings it down. Blake Phillips submarined him, and he's going to be a little slow to get up. But he makes the catch at the 49-yard line, so a gain of, right at midfield, gain of 19 on that. But he paid the price. What is it they call that? Hospital ball? You throw it high over the middle, and that's a good way to send your receiver to the hospital.
I think he surprised Phillips there on that one. I think they both were kind of looking at it, but Gaither went up pretty tall. Got some pretty good hops on him. Went up and got it, and I think landed just a little bit awkwardly. But Good catch. Turner Hauser Insurance first down.
Blair again back to pass, throws out in the flat. He's got a receiver. It's Draylon King, number 6. He makes the catch, but he'll lose. And this is why you're saying some of these passes look, it's almost like a running game. They're short passes. They're trying to get somebody out in space. And this time, it's tackled for a loss.
Yeah, interesting kind of pattern there. He came from the right side of the formation on the snap, came over to the left to run a little screen. Blair threw it out, but good job there. That's the first time we've called number 21 Insenda for the Knights. Made a good tackle for a loss.
Quick throw by Blair, catch is made. Jaden Whitener, and that's the same kind of play he ran to Whitener 2 or 3 times in the first half. Just lines him up on the left side of the formation, quick step back, throws, makes the reception, and then lets Widener try and do the rest.
That moves them into the Knights territory, brings up a 3rd and 6. And we have something going on.
The player is going off slowly for North Lincoln.
Okay. Did they call timeout, or is that an official's timeout?
I'm not sure. There's been no signal yet. And it was officials' timeout. Probably just make sure the player got to the sideline. So the play clock will start.
It should start. It's not starting, but
Yeah, because he gave this. He didn't get this. There we go. That should do it. All right. So, again, same formation. They do this a lot when they're on the far hash. They have 3 to the near side of the field. Blair back to pass, getting rushed, throws over the middle. Over one receiver, caught by Gaither. He's inside the 10, touchdown. I wasn't sure who that pass was to.
yeah, I don't think number 12 Whitener knew it as well. He didn't know he had Gaither behind him. He went up to get it, but overthrew him and went right into Gaither's hands, and then you're not going to catch him. He's got some serious speed.
Yes, he does. So a 46-yard touchdown pass from Blair to Gaither, and that combo is now hit on 6 passes today for well over 100 yards, probably close to 150. So they're going to go for 2 here. And
Gaither's down, I think.
yeah, it's Gaither. You're right. He's down here on the near sideline. I'm not sure.
I think you're looking at that same leg after he made that leaping catch on second down to start, and then
Phillips took him out.
might have been a little adrenaline when he scored that touchdown.
Well,
didn't feel it, but now he's like,
oh, yeah, you feel great running to the end zone, and afterwards you go, oh. So good drive there, 69 yards for the touchdown. Pass from Blair to Gaither for 46 yards.
It's almost like a soccer player. He ran down, tried to get a call, and then just got up and ran off the field.
Yeah, he looks pretty spry at the moment. Do they have where they can penalize you a timeout like in college for delaying the game like that? Or
I don't think so.
nope.
Benefit of the doubt on
The
that
Old
one.
Miss rule, Lane Kiffin rule.
Okay.
I'm going to say bad things about Lane Kiffin.
You can go right ahead. I'm
especially
okay.
especially with them playing Oklahoma tomorrow. See, there's a reason.
It's our first Oklahoma. Second half, I'm proud of you.
Ah.
That had to be one of the first half. I don't remember.
Blair back to pass on the conversion. He got it off. He was in the grasp of Dan Nasenda. Ended up throwing it from about the 15-yard line. He was 12 yards behind the play, but the conversion is no good. So on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard, it's now North Lincoln 26, Bunker Hill 18. You're listening to high school football on KTC.
Escape the elements and get back to comfortable with James River Equipment's Back to Cool special. Step inside a John Deere 3R, 4R, or 5E 3-cylinder tractor and enjoy the ultimate operator experience. The premium cab keeps you out of the dust, dirt, and bugs, while air ride seats and quiet climate-controlled interior lets you focus on getting more done. With up to $5,000 off and 0% financing for 72 months, there's never been a better time to upgrade your ride. James River delivers. Ends 9/26/25 with approved credit from John Deere Financial. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
James River Equipment Company, 703 North Post Road, Shelby.
And for the third time tonight, the James River Equipment conversion fails, whether it's a kick, whether it was a conversion. So they've left 3 points on the board, and that would make it 26-21. They are within one score, but it's a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So Ferris to kick off. Back is Alberti and Landon Agee for the Knights.
He's had a couple short kicks, so they need to make sure that the up men are ready.
There's a big hole in the middle of the formation here, and that's where the ball's coming down, but coming up for it is Landon Rogers. Is it Landon? Logan Rogers. Rogers catches it at about the 29-yard line, brings it all the way back up the field. And he's going to be about the 48-yard line. So, again, good field position for the Knights.
Second there, I thought he put his knee down like when he caught it.
I
but
did
he must
too.
have just missed it.
That's why I delayed. I was like, So, wrapping it up for Bunker Hill, 69-yard drive in 60 seconds. And North Lincoln scored in 2 minutes. So we've played 3 minutes of football this half, and there's already been 2 touchdowns.
A lot like the start of the game.
Yeah,
Of course, that was both Bunker Hills.
true.
After that.
And that's the first one they've had since the 8:20 mark. Handoff. There goes Agee through the right side, and then he gets pulled down by his shirt. Hand was not inside the collar. He was pulled down by his shirt. So he goes from the 49-yard line all the way down to the 36. And that'll be a Turner Hauser Insurance first down after the 15-yard carry.
Yeah, you mentioned the difference in the size up front, and they're just taking advantage of it. And Agee's just downhill. Like, he's not trying to go around. He's going through. And so a good job there by Dials to, as you mentioned, hang on to the shirt. Go for a little ride after a Turner Hauser Insurance first down for the Knights and Landon Agee.
Agee, 5'11", 175, runs a lot harder than that. This time Burns keeps it, nothing much there, and now a late flag thrown in by the referee. Yeah, I'm not sure what that's about. The other members of the press box seem to think it's on Bunker Hill, and they're correct.
Yeah, at 18 there, it made a good job, Wilkinson, on the tackle, and then just kind of stood over the Burns and kind of celebrated.
Oh, you can't do that.
And that'll get you a flag every time.
So Turner Hauser Insurance first down as the ball moves forward on the penalty to the 22-yard line. So just outside the red zone, North Lincoln threatening again. As they've done on every possession except the one that ended because of the clock. They have scored on every possession since. Handoff through the left side. It's Agee. He gets away from one man, and he's brought down, but not before he gets inside the 5 to the 3. And that'll be a 19-yard run for Agee. So 34 yards on the last 2 runs, and it's a Turner Hauser Insurance first and goal for the Knights at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, getting a little bit of deja vu. Looked like he did that on one of the earlier possessions. Got down inside the 5. And then they went right on the next one to score a touchdown. We'll see if they do the same here. A little bit tighter formation. Looks like they got a tight end, double tight ends.
Fox broken out to the right. Handoff Agee up the middle, and he's in. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, geez, they run that so well. That was Danny Burns.
Yes.
I'm watching Agee go up the middle, and he scored. Meanwhile, Burns is walking around the right side untouched. He's in for the touchdown. It is a Kiefer Pharmacy of Lincolnton touchdown for the Knights. And Coleman Rice should be on to kick as they try the James River Equipment PAT.
And we got another man down, and grab the old vernaculars here. And I think that's McCormick, 0, or that or number 8. No, I think that's McCormick, 0.
Okay. We got any updated scores for us while we're waiting this out here?
All right, get old Max Preps Lincoln County scores. East Lincoln has tied it up against Maiden, so they're notched at 14. And this might be somewhat of a surprise, I think. West Lincoln is up 27-21 on East Gaston.
East Gaston?
East Gaston's playing tough. West Lincoln.
What's got Lincolnton next week?
I want to say, what was West Lincoln's RPI? They were in the 20s somewhere, if I remember.
Yeah, that sounds about right. We should have 3. You did have 3 A's, right?
I believe I did. Let me get the old. It's so dark in this press box.
Flashlight. There's light, but it's coming from the light poles on the far side of the field. Doesn't do us much good. Yeah, they were in
33. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but
so
either way, they're 500. So
yeah, they should be okay. But the difference is they need some wins so that maybe they can host the first round game, because if you're 9 through 24, you're going to play in the first round. 9 through 16 will host. So right now they're probably right around the cutoff if you figure, it's about even east to west. And again, we can't tell you who's east and west, because the first thing they're going to do is see who opted out. Then they'll figure out who's the central geographically of the teams that are left. So,
right. So you got 8 classifications. You could have 8 different.
Oh, you will
cutoffs.
have it.
I mean, you will, but I mean, usually it's right around just past Statesville.
Or Randleman or
right.
something. I mean, it's going to be a mess. Maybe that's why it's going to take so long to get till Monday.
Yeah, get a map.
Snap, hold, the kick is up, and it's good. So with 7:03 to go in the first half, North Lincoln moves out to a 33-18 lead. You're listening to Friday Night Football on KTC.
Applying for a car loan has never been easier than now at Jeff's Auto Sales in Lincoln and Shelby. Just apply online and get your financing pre-approved. Just go to jeffsautosales.com. And remember, they are the home of the $500 down payment. And shop online for your next vehicle. See the entire selection, pick out the one you want, and just apply online. That's Jeff Auto Sales, 3081 East Highway 27 in Lincoln, 4490 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Again, apply online at jeffsautosales.com. Be prepared for the flu season. Stop in with no appointment necessary at Kiever Pharmacy in Lincoln. They do all types of vaccinations, including flu shots, and now they are recommending pneumonia shots for those over the age of 50. Kiever Pharmacy features personalized care. See them at 1814 East Main Street in Lincoln, next to Chick-fil-A. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 3 on Saturday. Call 704-735-9072. Online at KieverPharmacy.com. Like them on Facebook, too.
Back here at Bunker Hill, the defenses did not come out of the locker room from the looks of things. We've got 3 touchdowns in 5 minutes. Coleman bounces one over the middle, goes off of a Bunker Hill player, but is recovered by, that looks like number 18, Drake Wilkinson. After it bounced off one player's hands, off another player, Wilkinson's able to fall on it, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bears at the 37. Again, we'll see if North Lincoln can get a stop here, or if Bunker Hill can go down and score and keep this a tight ball game. Although this time they'd have to get at least some kind of conversion to keep it a one-possession game.
Well, like you mentioned, the offenses haven't had a problem here so far.
No.
So we'll see if the Knights can have a defensive stop.
Fake the dials, throws, floats it out. He's got a man out in the flat. Catch is made. It's Jaden Widener down the far sideline, and he's finally knocked out of bounds at the 42-yard line. So gain of 23.
I think it's coming back. I think there was a block in the back on the outside. I think number 7 for Bunker Hill did one of those little crackback blocks, Cam Ruff.
Ooh, can't do that.
And so I believe that's a spot foul, but
Before that pass, Bunker Hill's already up to 202 yards passing. They've only missed 5 passes this entire game that they have not completed.
yeah, block in the back. I thought it was more, either way. Excuse me.
That's my job. It has been this year. Not as bad as last year, though, but still a little bit.
So that'll bring up first and 14,
Yeah,
give or take.
roughly. Close enough.
Okay.
So 6-yard gain, but a 10-yard penalty. High snap. Blair manages to corral it, gets it out to Widener again on that far sideline. They've lined Widener up there, and Angel Outlaw is pointing towards the other goal line. Was there a penalty?
I wonder if they're going to get him again on the outside for holding. He's trying to find a spot so we can show the press box what the penalty was.
Yep, another hold on the wide receiver out there. Blocking. Widener made a great catch. Blair got that away before he got leveled. And nice catch out there, but again, all for naught. It'll be a 10-yard penalty against Bunker Hill. And the backup beeper is on the going on the truck right now.
I think it's very similar to what they did in the first half. Got off to a quick start, and then penalties and botched plays moves them back.
Man in motion coming to this side is Widener. Throws out to the sideline, throws into coverage. Catch is made. There's a flag down at Gaither. Again, climbed the ladder to bring that one in.
Marshall Parrish makes the tackle.
We'll see what this one's about. You got a penalty right where the catch was made. You had 2 receivers and 2 defenders all going for it. Gaither, I'd like to see him on the basketball court.
Yeah, he's got some ups.
He can get up.
I would think this was on Kramer, but not sure. I think because there was only one player out there for the Bunker Hill, and that was Gaither.
No, there was one just in front of.
Oh, was there?
Yeah, there were 2 there.
Looks like they're going over to the North Lincoln side, so it looks like another penalty on Bunker Hill. One thing I could think of then, if there's another player down in the area, that would be almost like offensive pass interference.
OPI, yeah. That never gets called against the Chiefs. It is offensive pass interference. I'll be darned. I don't know about that one. Because, I mean, it looked like they were all going for the ball.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what that was about, but it's another 15 yards. Man, they keep walking back.
First and Statesville to go for Bunker Hill.
Yeah, I was about to say, they're halfway to Statesville. The PA announcer and I were thinking the exact same thing. Is like they're going to be, if not Statesville, then definitely River Oaks Golf Club or something. I mean, they're a long way to that end of the field. So first down and 35. Blair, quick pass off to the arms of Whitener, almost to a North Lincoln player, so that'll be incomplete. And lo and behold, we got through that play without a penalty.
Oh, tip ball usually knocks penalties out of there. First and now it's second and 35.
I'm not sure the punters can reach the first down marker.
Winning ticket number 95402.
Scott has to lean way out to see around out the window here.
That's why I said I was feeling pretty good because they were in my window and I was happy. Now I got to look over.
Blair fakes the handoff, and I'm surprised that's not a penalty.
Penalty on a late hit or intentional grounding.
Well, yeah. Okay, and there's the flag because Cam Ruff came all the way across the field to yell at Logan Rogers, who hit the receiver a little late. He was already on the ground. So a timeout on the field. Officials. The receiver, I still can't see who it was. It was Gaither. Pass was just Blair trying to get rid of it. It got to Gaither on 2 hops, and he just fell on the ball just in case. Rogers came over and fell on him. Cam Ruff had a problem with it, and it's unsportsmanlike conduct on number 7 for racing. I mean, he literally came from the other side of the field to yell at Logan Rogers, and usually what will happen is they'll see the guy doing that instead of who might have done something first.
Women's softball. Again, if you had that winning ticket number, meet underneath the press box to collect your
Well, if they were going the other way, they'd be inside the 10.
Yeah, they'd be in the red zone. And the penalty, so another 8. So what is it, 41? 2nd and 41.
Thought it was a intentional grounding. They lose
I'm not
down,
sure.
I thought.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think they just marked off the penalty. So this time it goes out in the flat. Catch is made. Is that Gaither?
Yes.
Yeah, it's Gaither making the catch. He slung out of bounds, and he got somewhere within calling distance of the first down now.
Assisting was Jake Jacobs. 3rd down.
Gain of 21. That's not often you gain 21 yards and you're only halfway to the first down. It's like that scene from The Replacement where they all committed penalties beginning of the second half and the referee's doing all the signals. And he's like, 1st and 30, no, 45, 70. Referee's trying to figure out what it is.
Hey, this should be 4th down here. Okay, there they go. They fixed it. Yeah, that was 3rd down because they lost it down on
Okay.
intentional grounding. So they got the down right now.
Coach Reed's over trying to ask what's going on. How did we go from 2nd to 4th down? Scoreboard still has it as 3rd. Down marker has it as 4.
Which should be correct, yeah.
Yes.
So
Although, did they take the unsportsmanlike penalty? If they did, that would negate the grounding. We haven't been getting the best of signals here the last few minutes.
did they call sportsmanlike? I think it just went with the grounding, I thought.
I didn't see a signal for a grounding. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
I don't know if the person doing the music tonight has the Jeopardy theme, but that'd be a great thing to play right about now. So Bunker Hill, after all of that, finally takes a timeout, and we will too try and sort things out if the officials ever can. And we'll be back after this.
Some people say there are doers, and there are dreamers. But what's wrong with a little dreaming, especially when it's shared? With hard work, little dreams grow into big ones. At Kubota, we know that your work never stops, and we're inspired by those who dream. But our equipment is built for dreamers and doers, like you. Kubota, built for those who do.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive, Kings Mountain.
Well, as Regis Philbin would say, final answer? And the final answer is 4th down. Really wide formation for a punt here. High snap, gets the kickoff, and he's got it to the first down marker. Crawls across the 50-yard line to the 46 where he'll be down there. So a pretty good kick there. Got it all the way out to the first down marker. And as the one announcer, the PA announcer said, it was 1st in Statesville. So after all of that, I mean, the backup beeper was on big time there.
Yeah, we haven't seen the punters or the kickers really do anything for Bunker Hill because they haven't really had a chance. So that was the first time we kind of had an opportunity to see him punt.
Yeah, it was got it close to 40 yards. He went from the 8 all the way to the far 46-yard line. So that is almost a 50-yard punt with a roll. Handoff to AG through the left side's got an opening. He's dragged down from behind. Last person that could have got him again was Widener. So another good gain for AG, and he's getting close to his average. Turner Hauser Insurance first down there on the 10-yard run, and he's at 144 yards for the game.
And that's, pretty close.
Give or take a yard or two.
And we were kind of watching McCormick for Bunker Hill, and he doesn't have his helmet. I think he's done for the night.
Burns takes the snap, hands off to AG again over the left side. This time not much there. Might have gotten a yard.
And the yard on the play brings up a second down and 9.
Between the penalties, the conferences, and all the touchdowns, it's been a very slow quarter.
Yeah, we played the first half pretty.
We still
pretty good.
have 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter, and we're already at 9:30. As long as we get in time to do the postgame. Burns keeps it, pitches, goes to Boyer. Boyer is around the left side, going down the sideline, across the 30, across the 20, knocked out of bounds. And let's hold on there. There's a penalty. Looked like it's behind the line of scrimmage. Alberti's upset about something. They're going to call block in the back because it looked like he had gotten around in front of and just kind of screened the defender. And that allowed Boyer to squirt around outside. And illegal procedure on North Lincoln. And that's declined, so there's a holding call. That will be accepted. And so it'll be loss of 10 yards. And they'll get to try second down again.
Yeah, they got to tell the down marker to wait until after the flag's picked up because he had moved on. They're not sure where they started from.
Well, it'll be from the flag, right, since it's a hold. Point of the foul. Oh, and now they're going to mark off. This is,
I don't know.
Okay. So it'll be 2nd and 20, so I guess the penalty was around the line of scrimmage. That looks like a little more than 10 yards. Yeah, it's right at 10 yards. So 2nd and 20. They got a ways to go to 3rd and 35 or whatever, 45.
20 yards to get the ball back further to
41. Hand off to AG. He's knocked backwards. Ball's free, and it's recovered by Bunker Hill. And it's getting a little chippy in the secondary. I'm having to look down the field. Gaither was blocking down the field, and he was blocking. Was it 54 that far down the field for North Lincoln? Yeah, it was. That's Jared Jacobs. And they were 25 yards down the field, and it was a little bit of pushing after the play. So the fumble makes things interesting here now. It's 33-18.
Yeah, I had number 70, Spencer Swink, that forced the fumble. I didn't see who came up with it.
Quick pass out to Gaither. Steps around one man. He gets knocked out of bounds by Logan Rogers. So quick pass out to. So they start at the 48-yard line of the Knights. 3:50 to go in the third quarter. And a complete pass out to Gaither. Another catch for him. This time gain of about 4 yards. So 2nd and 6. 2 wide receivers each side. Blair, quick out. Gaither again. Catches it without putting his knee down. Gets around one tackler. Is going down the sidelines. And he's gone all the way to the house. Another touchdown pass to Gaither. And the pass was only about 4 yards down the field.
Yeah, like I say, he was one of the slot receivers. Just ran up about 2 or 3 steps, turned around, delivered the ball, as you mentioned. Wasn't sure if his knee was down when he caught it. Obviously it wasn't. Again, he's quick. There was no way they were catching him once he got by the defensive backs for the Knights. And between him up for the Bears and Agee for the Knights, it's going to see who gets to 200 yards first.
So a 43-yard Kiever Pharmacy touchdown, and of course they will go for the 2-point conversion, trying to get it to where it's a one-possession game, currently down 9 points.
Is this a
Wildcat with Dials in the backfield. Whistle, and timeout taken by North Lincoln. So they'll take a quick timeout, so will we, and we'll be back with a 2-point conversion after this.
Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln has been serving the Piedmont of North and South Carolina since 1919. Sure, they deliver to your home with home heating oils. They'll help keep you warm, but they do a whole lot more. They feature bulk fuel delivery, on-site and commercial fueling, backup generator fueling, and farm and agricultural fueling. For home or business or farms, call on Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln, 704-735-2508. Online at rhodesandbill.com, located at 1404 East Main Street in Lincoln. Like them on Facebook, too.
So we're back here now. Time for the James River Equipment PAT conversion attempt, whatever you want to call it. So will they go with the same formation? North Lincoln called timeout, and maybe you saw something they didn't like.
Yeah, I don't see Blair out there for the Bears.
Yep. Dials is going to line up in the Wildcat. And everybody in tight for Bunker Hill. Very compact formation. Dials. And he's going to throw in the end zone. He's got a man wide open. It goes to McCormick. And McCormick plays spin the bottle in the end zone, and a flag comes out.
Listen, there's worse things you can do after a touchdown than spin the ball and get that's. Don't worry about the flag on that one. Go over there and talk to him. Tell him don't do it again. It wasn't in front of a Knight. He was over there by himself for the most part.
Well, he's over there with his teammate.
Yeah.
North Lincoln had no coverage over in that area, and.
Yeah, they kind of ran Gaither in motion like they were going to give him on the end around.
And who made the catch again?
And Dials just pulled it back, and it was number 8.
Oh, Jaden Parson.
Yeah, Jaden Parson. And then gets called for the penalty because of the unsportsmanlike for spinning the ball. And they'll be kicking from
45 again.
Well, you got to go backwards.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking it was North Lincoln was kicking off. No, if it's Bunker Hill, they'll be kicking off from the 25-yard line. So, again, they get to it within 2 points. With a 2-point conversion, they get it to a one-score game, 33-26. And we've still got 3:39 to go in the third quarter. And we've already had 4 touchdowns.
I don't think a defensive stop then. Oh, we had one punt. We did have one punt.
I only had a fumble.
One punt by Bunker Hill, and then the fumble by the Knights. The only way they've stopped each other
is to stop themselves. I'm getting tangled up in my cord here. This isn't good. Oh, it's around my foot. Okay. All right. I've taken myself out of limbo or trying to hang myself here one way or the other. Week 10 of the season. Next week, we have football Friday night.
Oh, good one.
Since it's Halloween.
Well, at least we get a 7 o'clock start up in Lenore Rhine for the Lincoln
That's where
Charter.
we're supposed to be. Yep. Moret Stadium, which will host a state title game this year in football.
Oh, I did not know that.
They are one of the 3 sites. And we got a whistle as soon as the ball's kicked. And what do we have here? Offside.
Yes.
So this is going to look like a kick after a safety. It's going to be from the 20.
Those are just punted. Anyway, got East Lincoln now up on Maiden, 28-21.
Good ball game there, too. There's some interesting scores tonight and some good ball games. There's some blowouts, which we normally get, but we're actually getting a pretty good one this time. Lincoln Charter trailing big. I wonder what their injury status looks like. It was bad when we saw them at UNC Charlotte.
Right.
Has it gotten better? Usually doesn't this time of year.
They did have that bye, I think, right after that, right? So they may
They
have
needed
one
it.
or two back. Scoring points, they just can't seem to stop anything.
High kick fielded by Rogers at the 47-yard line, and he brings it back to the 36-yard line. So with the 2 penalties, it's going to be great field position for North Lincoln as they'll take over at the plus 36-yard line of the Bears. Not that this quarter's been slow, but I think I saw a sloth go by.
He went from one side of the windowsill to the other. Yeah, he's moving.
North Lincoln takes possession. Usual formation, 1 wide receiver. That's Fabiano, who's not very wide at all. Alberti goes in motion. Burns keeps it. I think he had AG on the pitch. He really shouldn't have kept it on that one. I think he knows it too. So he manages not to lose any yardage, but they didn't gain any either. And I don't know, it just looked like he had AG on the pitch.
No, I agree.
One of the few times he doesn't make a good decision.
Yeah, I think the defensive back played it. I guess he played it well because obviously Burns kept it, but he was kind of coming outside in, as he should as a corner. But kind of came flat along the line of scrimmage. And I think Burns thought he was going to jump the pinch man. He didn't. Made a good tackle.
Burns keeps it, pitches again, ball's on the ground, bounces right back up to Boyer. Fortunate hop there. He gets to the 36-yard line, and that's pretty much the line of scrimmage again. So another no gain, which averted disaster because that ball was, the pitch wasn't great, fumbled. Fortunately, bounced right up to Boyer in stride, but not enough for him to gain any yardage.
Yeah, a little surprised. It's been a while since we called a game on natural grass, and that was a bounce that we normally see on the turf.
That's true.
Came straight up.
Burns hands off to AG. He goes to the right side, gets through the first line, and he gets a few yards, and a late flag comes in from the referee behind the play. We'll have to wait and see what this is. Again, this half is really bogged down between touchdowns, the penalties, the conferences, and we're having another conference right now.
Well, this one was thrown by the headman.
Yep.
So you wonder again, another unsportsmanlike. I've noticed a couple times after they've made tackles, they kind of walk over the player that they've tackled, kind of like, a little bit of taunting. But they're gonna
wave it off this time. So it'll be 4th down after the 3-yard gain there by AG. That puts him just under 150 for the night. But it's going to be 4th down and about 7. Ball at the 33-yard line. They've got to get to the 26 for a first down.
Interesting call here.
Fabiano way out to the right. Ball in the middle of the field. Burns, hands off. Fumble, ball came out. AG trying to get a little extra yardage there, gets stripped. And the ball is recovered by number 5, Damian Birch. So 2 fumbles in a row for North Lincoln. And you can see why they're as far behind in the turnover battle as they normally are. They've got an interception and 2 fumbles lost now, and flag on the field.
I think these officials think maybe they're getting paid by the hour tonight. I don't know, because they're dragging this out. I think it's another unsportsmanlike or something on Bunker Hill. Maybe they're picking this one up too. No?
Unsportsmanlike on 2, unsportsmanlike on Bunker Hill. So the ball would have been at the 24-yard line. It should go back, and it does, to the 12-yard line. So some decent field position becomes really crappy field position now. We've got 1:34 to go still in this quarter, and it's a 7-point ball game. After all of that, Bunker Hill will have the ball, but deep in their own territory.
How many penalties does Bunker Hill have?
Well, I don't know. I think I've forgotten. They've come so fast. Snap over the head. Blair falls on it. It's a good thing because Outlaw and is that Dan Nasenda coming from the other side, or is it Rogers? It's Rogers. They were flying in there. They came out almost as close to the ball as Blair did. So Blair with another lost yardage. Let's see, it goes all the way back to about the 2. Yeah, so that's a loss of 10. Again, snap issues for Bunker Hill.
Like I said, we've seen it on kicks, and we've seen it a few times now out of the shotgun.
Blair from his own end zone throws. He's got a receiver in the middle. Nice catch made by Whitener. Still on his feet and finally brought down. That was a great play because it was just over the helmet of the defender. So Phillips makes the tackle, but not before. They get close to the first down. They get all the way out to the 20-yard line. So a gain of 17 on the play.
He's made some good throws when he's
Yeah,
had the
he
time.
has.
And we got a timeout on.
No, there's not going to be a timeout. There's about a second difference between the play clock and the game clock. So that'll be it for the third quarter. Could be a good one in the fourth quarter. We'll come back with that in a minute on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. North Lincoln 33, Bunker Hill 26.
Got water problems? Then call the Warden. That's the Warden Companies in Lincoln. No matter your water problems, Gary Ward and the Warden Companies can help. From basement and crawl space encapsulation to water damage restoration, from mold and mildew remediation to structural repair, also foundation drainage and repair. And they repair dehumidifiers and do home remodeling too. Call the Warden Companies in Lincoln. Call 704-860-9800, a division of Bug Busters. There might be other Coyote tractor dealers in the area, but there is only one that stands above the rest, and that's Weston Sales in Vail. There's a reason they have been one of the top-selling Coyote tractor dealers in America today. Some reasons could be quality of service, friendly people, and yes, price. They will not be undersold on a new Coyote tractor. There's one waiting for you, Coyote and Weston Sales, synonymous in the tractor industry today. See them at 110 Highway 18 North in Vail, online at westonsales.com. Like them on Facebook too.
Fourth quarter beginning. Title sponsor for Lincoln County High School football is Bug Busters of Lincolnton. It's 3rd and 3 for the Bears on their own 20-yard line. Blair hands off to Dials, tripped up in the backfield, but manages to stumble forward and get a first down. He was hit in the backfield, kept his feet, turned forward, got out to the 25, so a gain of 5 for that. And a Turner Hauser Insurance first down for the Bears.
Well, that's unusual. That's a rushing positive yard there for the Bears.
I think they're still negative on the night because there were just 10 yards there by Blair again. So
okay,
they're still underwater. Hand off to Gaither on the jet sweep. Good pursuit there, but then he finds a hole, works his way forward. He may not be that big a player, but he is certainly pretty tough and drags some players along. It looked like he was going to get stopped around the line of scrimmage, but manages to eke out a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, just kind of finds those creases and also can stop and start on a dime. So he gets up to speed, kind of puts on the brakes, and then changes direction.
Kind of reminds me of Barry Sanders because, I mean, he made some quick jump cuts there. Blair takes a snap, quick throw, batted up in the air, falls harmlessly to the turf. Boyer and number 55, Jake Jacobs, gets their twin brothers, I would imagine. They're both seniors, Jared Jacobs and Jake Jacobs. So that falls incomplete after being batted at the line of scrimmage. And I don't know if you just saw the score thing that came through, but the first one's really interesting.
I'll take a looky here in a second.
Yeah.
Good job by Bannister there for the Knights blocking that pass.
Blair back, throws. He's got a man downfield. Catch is made. It's Cam Ruff, and Ruff's going to walk into the end zone, and we are a point away from being tied. A 72-yard touchdown pass. Their totals are ridiculous tonight. Over 300 yards passing.
I'm going to tell you what, we saw him in pregame kind of getting loose, throwing a good ball, but it's continued. He's got a little bit of time. That was a beautiful pass.
And he's not the starter? What's the other kid look like then? And why are they 1-7?
Interesting to see what they do here. They haven't done a real good job. You wonder if they're going to do that Wildcat formation.
Looks like it.
Dials.
So a 70. God dang it. What is with the cord tonight? Keeps getting around my foot. About pull my head and headset off. So 72-yard Kiever Pharmacy touchdown. Dials in the Wildcat, and bad snap. Dials loses control of it, and that's a big play there. They could have tied it up. Well, actually, it would have taken the lead. So on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard, North Lincoln clings to a 1-point lead, 33-32.
Abernathy Chevrolet Buick GMC is kicking off the fall season with tremendous deals, like get up to $10,000 off the all-new 2025 Chevrolet Silverado, 2025 GMC Eras, and take up to $4,000 off the all-new 2025 Buick GX, $3,000 off the 2025 Buick Envision. Plus, get big savings on the Car Bravo certified used cars, and special financing is available at Abernathy Chevrolet Buick GMC, 1445 East Main Street, Lincoln, online at abernathychevrolet.com.
So a 1-point game here, and this is one of those games where your kicking game is going to get you in trouble.
Yeah,
I mean, go find the soccer team and get somebody.
Yeah, well, like you say, it's been that for sure, but it's been the snapping too. Like the snaps are just terrible. Like they're too late in getting there. They're over the head, and like I say, I haven't really even seen him kick because he hasn't had time to kick. And they blocked the first extra point there to start the game, and he blocked it with his backside.
316 yards passing now for the Bears.
I did not see that coming.
No, this is a team that has just not moved the ball well at all. And again, as we stated at the beginning of the broadcast, this is a big game for both teams. They're both right around the playoff bubble. High kick, and that's going to go out of bounds. That's not a good move. Ferris tried to boot it down the sideline and pin North Lincoln. And so they'll get the ball at the 35, and we've now had 5 touchdowns already this half. Not quite West Lincoln and Lincoln Charter, but
Well, you were kind of mentioning the scores. I guess the one you're referring to is Ashbrook 21, Crest 14.
that's the one.
Yeah, they think Crest was up 14-0, if I remember correctly.
At least 14-7. I'm not sure about 14-0, but it's definitely 14-7. Anything else interesting in there?
We'll get to that here in a second.
Yep. So 1st and 10 for the Knights. They have the ball at their own 35, leading by 1. Burns with a pitch. It's behind Boyer. Is he going to fall on it? Boy, he was being chased by a couple of Bears. And that's going to be a big loss on the play on 1st down for the Knights.
Yeah, a little sloppy last few possessions. I think Agee got 2 fumbles, and we've seen Burns make a couple bad pitches.
Those are fumbles, but just not fumbles lost.
Right.
So that's at least 4 fumbles tonight, 2 lost. One bounced right back up to Boyer the last time. That one he had to fall on. Loss of 7. Burns back to pass, throws, high catch is made by Stephen Fox. Went up and snatched that one at its height. Good catch there, and he gets out to the 44-yard line. They'll be only a yard short, so they got back the loss, and they picked up 15 yards on a pass.
Yeah, they've done a good job kind of widening that receiver out, just running little in patterns. Good throw from Burns.
And a good job by Burns there. Hard count draws the Bears offside, so it'll be a Turner Hauser Insurance first down for the Knights.
A couple of scores that maybe were a little tight early. Kings Mountain 28, Hunter House 14. I think that was tied at one point. Talked about South Point and Forester. They were tied. South Point's up 35-14.
Ooh, they pulled away.
And
East Lincoln and Maiden still slugging it out, 28-21. East Gaston staying with West Lincoln. AG through the left side, bounces it towards the sideline. He gets to the 45-yard line, gain of 6 before he's pulled down backwards.
Second down about 5 to go for the Knights.
Were there some other ones there?
I didn't see anything.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah, nothing surprising.
Yeah, poor Bessemer City getting Shelby tonight. And Shelby getting Bessemer City.
Twice the way it looks, at the top and the bottom.
Oh, that's really bad then. Burns keeps it, spins, and then gets lit up. Dials came in from his middle linebacker spot. When Burns turned it back to the inside on the spin move, he met Mr. Dials. So he gained 3 on that one, so it's going to be 3rd and 1. A long one. We're down to 8:14 to play. North Lincoln clinging to the 1-point lead. They have the ball in Bears territory at the 42. Handoff. Nope. Pitch goes to Boyer. He's got room on the outside. Turns it up. Gets across the 40. It'll be a Turner Hauser Insurance first down. So a gain of 5 there. And it keeps the clock rolling and keeps the drive moving.
Like I say, they just take care of the ball. They've been a little loose-handed with it the last few times. They just keep it, plug away like they normally do, matriculate down the field. We haven't used that
Thank
tonight.
you, Hamstram.
Okay. But good job there again by Burns. I thought maybe it was more of an opening for AG off that left side, but either way, it's a Turner Hauser Insurance first down, and Knights in Bear territory.
Handoff straight up the middle. AG. Dials hanging on to him for dear life. AG drags him down to the 31-yard line. And a good gain on first down for the Knights. Gain of 7. 6. Can I count? 6. I can't count. I taught math. Good Lord.
I say both teams have used one timeout this half. See if that becomes a factor.
Fox splits out to the right side. Ball on the left hash mark. Hand off to AG again. Into the pile. Gets some tough yardage, maybe a couple. Crosses the 30-yard line to the 29, so he will get a pair on that one. That's his 21st carry of the night. And 162 yards, so he has been the driving force behind the North Lincoln offense. And one big run from Burns of 33 yards. So 3rd down and 2.
I would imagine perfect spot for 4-down territory.
But they won't need that. Hand off to AG, goes through the right side. Gets across the 25 to the 24. That'll be a Turner Hauser Insurance first down as they keep the clock and the chains moving.
Yeah, I think you're getting to the point where Bunker Hill's going to have to try to do something, maybe send an extra person to fill in some of these gaps. Again, try to force the pitch. Maybe they can get Burns, put the ball on the ground again, but they're going to have to do something.
It's 1st and 10 from the 24. 5:29 to play in the game. Hand off to Agee through the left side. Short gain, but positive yardage. And based on the spot, it's a gain of 4, which is what you want to see. Just keep moving it. Little pieces, little pieces. Eventually you might break a big one.
Yeah, Bunker Hill's move number 50. Andre Sharp has been playing more of the end spot inside. Again, trying to do something to slow up Agee if they can. Didn't do a good job on that particular play.
Second and 7. Handoff, Agee up the middle. He gets through and he gets bent backwards. He's a little slow getting up. He took a pretty good shot on that play. Gained another 3 yards and he'll make it 3rd and 3.
Yeah, I think Agee's going to have to go off here. It was a little... Just don't shake your head, but might want to take a look at him, make sure.
So Agee not in the ball game. In the backfield will be Logan Rogers taking his place. Fabiano out wide. Everybody else on the line. They give it to Logan Rogers, and it's going to depend on the spot. He's close. And they're saying first down. So Rogers, his first carry of the night's a good one. He gets 4 yards, just enough for the first down by 1. And it's 1st and 10 from the 13, clock rolling, 3:45 to play. North Lincoln up by 1. Burns under center. Snap. Goes to Rogers again. This time there's nothing there on the right side of the line. If he got a yard, I'd be surprised.
He might have just got a yard. Yeah.
Calling me surprised. He got a yard. 3 minutes to play. Clock just keeps rolling. North Lincoln took over the... Did they take over the ball with 10 minutes to go? 11? Or I messed this up. Yeah, I messed it up. No.
It was pretty close, yeah. I think
God,
it was.
they've run 10 minutes off this. Burns, hands off. Logan Rogers again in the middle, so Agee still on the sidelines. He gets to the 8, gain of 4, and that'll make it 3rd down and 5. They're going to try and run the clock out?
I don't know. They say you wonder with 2 timeouts.
They've got 2 timeouts, right? Yeah,
they both do. So you wonder if Bunker Hill maybe, if they're going to preserve some time, it may.
Now you might want to use them here. North running the play clock under 10 seconds yet again, killing a lot of time. Burns keeps it around the left side. He's going to be close to a first down. And they're going to mark him short. 4th and 1. So it looked like he got to the first down, but they're going to say he was 2 yards short. And we're down to a minute 30, clock rolling, 4th and 1. If they get this first down, it still might be over. They get the score, then they're probably in good shape.
Yeah, I mean, because they only have 2 timeouts. They can only stop it twice. Let that run out on that 3rd down play.
And we're going to take a timeout here. North Lincoln's going to think about it. Play clock was down to 5. So with 1:10 to go, North Lincoln clings to a 1-point lead, but they're inside the 5-yard line.
The Make This the Summer event is underway at Abernathy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Lincoln. We are putting performance in your hands. Purchase now and get a $2,250 bonus cash allowance. And you may be eligible for up to a $10,000 annual tax deduction on interest paid on a new qualifying auto loan on all new 2025 Dodge Durango models. Come in for all the details during the Make This the Summer event at Abernathy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 1442 East Main Street in Lincoln. Bug Busters now has a new location in Lincoln. They are now located at 2863 NC Highway 27 West.
So 4th and 1. Ball's at the 4-yard line. We're right at 70 seconds to go in the game. North Lincoln can put it away here with a first down or a touchdown.
AG's back in.
Alberti fakes in motion, goes back to his wing back position. Hand off to AG, and it's close. It's going to depend on the spot. He was stood up pretty good by Dials. Dials thinks he's short.
I think I say it just about once a week. It's going to be that right foot, left foot. And he's coming in with the right foot, so.
Are they actually going to measure this time? Yes, they are. They're going to make sure. So we're going to actually have our second measurement of the season. And 2 in 2 weeks. We went most of the season without a measurement.
That's right.
Now we've had one each of the last 2 weeks. The only 2 this year.
I think he's got it.
And it's a first down for North Lincoln. They're jumping up and down. So they're in good shape. 1:06 to go. Now they've got 1st and 10. Bunker Hill is going to have to burn a couple timeouts and hope they keep them out of the end zone.
Looked to be about half a ball.
You sure it was that much?
Just being generous.
Yeah. It
High
was
and nose.
very close. So 1st and goal from the 3. And the clock is rolling. 1 minute to play. And how many timeouts does Bunker Hill have left?
2.
We're letting some serious time roll off the clock here. And there we go. That puts it away. Touchdown. Handoff to Landon Agee through the right side. He has the Kiever Pharmacy touchdown, and that should just about do it for North Lincoln. They got to kick the extra point, and that would make it 8 points, but we've seen how quick Bunker Hill can strike.
That's why I'm wondering. I don't think they even attempted to tackle him. They just olayed him. Let him
That's
get in the
why
end
they didn't
zone.
call the timeouts. They're
And now
saving
they
them
got-
for offense.
Now they got 2 to work with.
It's tough to get somebody to do that when the end zone's that wide open, but Agee would have been perfect to fall down at the 1-yard line. James River Equipment attempt for the PAT. Coleman Rice up and good and on the roof of the field house. So with 43.4 seconds to go, it's North Lincoln 40, Bunker Hill 32. We'll be back right after this.
The Highway 150 business intersection, right across from St. Ace Hardware. Who you gonna call? Bug Busters, of course, serving North and South Carolina with the very best in professional pest control and waterproofing. Just call 704-732-2227. Visit the website at bugbusters.com. Like them on Facebook too. Again, now located at 2863 NC Highway 27 West in Lincoln. Who you gonna call? Bug Busters.
That's got to be one of the most impressive, time-consuming drives I've seen. I wish I could get Oklahoma to do that, that kind of running game. We looked better against South Carolina last week. Went down and got cooked at that game, let me tell you.
Well, like I said, I think I was texting you during the one first down call. I thought it was. I can't remember if it was good or bad. I can't remember. I think it was against Oklahoma.
It was questionable.
I don't know if you saw the replay, but it looked like it was short, if I
Well,
remember correctly.
not that, but the one touchdown they did score, there were 3 holding calls that went. We had 2 guys, R. Mason Thomas and another one, had gotten past the running back, had one of them, was reaching around from behind in the uniform. I think he was wearing number 20. When the guy got done pulling on the uniform, he was wearing 02. He brought the 0 around from the front side. So it's
Interesting.
40. Ball's falling on number 7, Cam Ruff, who had the last big touchdown. So it's 40, 32. And by what I have here, they just ran 10 minutes and 17 seconds off the clock, 65 yards, God knows how many plays because there were a lot of them. I mean, you couldn't dial it up any better.
I don't think they got to a 4th down, maybe 1, but so most part they
Yeah,
just,
the one
right.
down here inside the red zone.
But they just
But that was it.
a bunch of 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s, and then they convert them.
So 42 seconds to go. A little bit ran off. Dials trying to run off the field quick. Play clock's at 8. And Bunker Hill. Now, legal substitution. They would have broken the huddle with 12. You can't do
I
that,
don't know if
correct?
I didn't know if they even got in a huddle. I was wondering why they.
That's true.
That's what they're kind of looking around.
But Dials was trying to run off the field quick for some reason. They do have him off now. So,
yeah, because they had 5 receivers, empty backfield. So
Blair back to pass, being chased, throws, and it's short of his intended receiver, Whitener. Good pressure in the backfield there. Outlaw and 19, is that?
Incenda, is that Incenda? Nope, Air.
Yeah,
Ayers.
Mason Ayers, number 19. They were chasing Blair. He was running for his life, finally just threw it away into the ground. That's only the 8th incompletion of the game for Bunker Hill, and they've thrown 25 times. 2nd and 15. Blair back, throws, catches made in the middle, getting away in traffic. It's Gaither. Look out. He's going to get to the sideline. He's going to go. And the falls down for North Lincoln. Gaither takes it all the way into the end zone, 74 yards. And that was, what, a 3-yard pass.
Yeah, again, he just ran a little dig route about, like I said, 4 yards. Turned around the line of scrimmage, caught it, came all the way across the field, and just outran everybody.
Marshall Parrish was trying to chase him down. He tripped and fell. And we are a 2-point conversion away from a tie. 23.4. Like I said, that might be enough time for Bunker Hill the way they've been striking. That's their 3rd touchdown now of 70 yards, isn't it? They've got 74, 72, 46. Yeah, but, I mean, this is just crazy.
He's got to be close to 400 yards passing. And he's got to be over 200 receiving. Gaither.
390. 390 yards passing for Bunker Hill. But we've come down to, it's not overtime, but it almost is. It's going to come down to plays close to the goal line, because if we do get the overtime, they're only going to be at the 10. I'm not sure Bunker Hill knows how to operate that close to the goal line.
Well, they're not going to kick it, so it's going to be a 4-down.
But, I mean, they haven't operated inside the 5 all night, have they?
That's true.
It's like, what do we do here?
Don't snap it. They can't snap the ball. Let's see. This is going to be crucial.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Do they bring Dials back out in the Wildcat formation, or this time do they put Blair behind center?
Oh, they're holding up over here on their sideline. I see Blair in the huddle. Doesn't mean he's going to go out.
So 74-yard Kiever Pharmacy touchdown for Bunker Hill, and it's a good thing North Lincoln did finally punch it in. It's funny, they take 10 minutes to score, and Bunker Hill takes 20 seconds.
Yeah, 1 incomplete pass, and then okay, so Bunker Hill's taking another timeout. Not that it matters at this point.
Well, might as well. You can't take them with you.
Yeah, again, I still see Blair in the huddle, but he's kind of set back off. Like he's not really part of the conversation, even though he's listening.
That's the 5th touchdown pass of the night for Blair. 15 yards, 46, 43, 72, and 74 yards. That's insane. And as I said, 390 yards passing. They are 18 of 26. So they are averaging over 20 yards of reception.
All right, Blair's coming in.
So after showing the Wildcat on previous James River equipment conversion attempts, this time quarterback Blair is out there, although the snap could very well go to Dials too. And just when we thought we were ready to play, now North Lincoln burns a timeout.
That's their last.
So North Lincoln is out of timeout. And if we had any scores lately, I heard that East Lincoln finished off Maiden. I believe they said 35-31 on the other side there on the PA. And West Iredell continues to lead
35-21, yeah.
35-21?
Yeah. West
Okay.
Lincoln finishes off East 27-21.
Woof. East Gaston.
East Gaston.
Yes.
Yes.
Too many E's.
A lot of East. And then Pine Lake Prep, of course, still says that's in the 4. That's got to be a final by now.
I would think.
Since they start at 7.
Thing I've seen on Max Prep sometimes is the scorers don't put in final. So they just leave it. That's probably the final score. But
Well, what do you do here? Do you make one of those quick outs to Gaither, or do you run that little fake sort of end around? And
oh, yeah, the jet sweep with Gaither.
Yeah.
And they've got number 7, Cam Ruff, up at the top of the formation, split out wide, and he has got a big missized mismatch against the North Lincoln player. Snap goes to Blair, rolls, throws back the other way. Catch is made, but it's short of the end zone. He came out of the end zone to make the catch. It was a good job by Jaden Whitener, but the pass wasn't far enough. He came out of the end zone. It doesn't matter if his feet are down. The ball has to break the plane.
You're right.
It was a good play. Whitener was all alone. Blair just didn't get enough air under it, and so the conversion fails. And on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard, North Lincoln is ahead 40-38.
Yeah, like I said, great play call. Kind of bootlegged out to the left, turned around. Whitener came back to the right, and he just underthrew it. And he was thinking if he kind of lean in like he was on the sideline, that the pass would have been complete. But as you mentioned, yeah, it's got to break the plane.
I mean, if it was a sideline, that's a good point. He had his feet down in the end zone. Problem was he was leaning out about 1.5, 2 yard line to catch it.
Actually, I think that was Whitener. Was that number 12?
Yep.
Going. I'm sorry, I might have.
Yeah, it was Whitener making the catch there.
Okay.
He's walking down here in front of us, just got his head kind of back like,
Yeah, that wasn't really.
He
his.
pleaded the official. I mean, his case. He's pointing like, my feet were in the end zone. That's not what matters. The ball has to break the plane.
Well, one thing they are good at is little pooch kicks, but I don't think that's the same kicker, is it? So I thought that
Yeah,
was-
37, that's Ferris.
Okay, good talk. I thought it was 38.
North Lincoln's got everybody up close, and you've got to expect they're going to go for the onside kick here.
Yeah, this
As
is
crazy as this game's been, they might get it. Who knows?
Yeah, this is 38 Chavez kicking.
That's who's listed as their kicker normally.
Okay. He's their specialty kicker.
Onside specialist.
And now they're going to.
6 players up at the 50-yard line for North Lincoln. 3 more just 7 yards behind that. So they have 9 players up there to try and field what will probably be an onside kick.
Yeah, keep an eye on Gaither down here, number 10.
Now they're going to funnel everybody to one side, and
No, unless Bunker Hill.
timeout Bunker Hill,
gonna say,
because
only
North
one.
Lincoln was out of them.
Yeah.
Coaches didn't like something there, and so they will take a timeout and talk about it.
I'd like to see, they run that little pooch kick when Ferris punches it. I'd maybe put Gaither like in one of the inside
just
and just do their
shoot.
normal little pooch.
I'm not sure that would work as well because on the previous formations, North Lincoln had left that center of the field wide open. Now they've got 9 guys within 10 yards of the 50-yard line.
Right.
So I don't think that would work as well. You never know. It's a crazy shaped football. You never know what'll bounce.
See what difference they make here. It doesn't look like there's much of anything that's different.
Looks like the all-hands team out there for North Lincoln. I don't see a single player with a uniform number above 22. So it's all the 24, Stephen Fox, wide receiver. I mean, you got 17, 18, 5, 6. It's all the sure hands guys.
Now they're coming over to the left hash. And it looks like they're at least looking like they're going to kick towards us with the 4 guys with Gaither.
I don't know. Is this guy left-footed or right-footed?
We
don't know.
He's going to kind of switch it around.
No, he's left-footed. Gets the bounce, and it's caught! He got the bounce. That was executed perfectly.
Bears recover the onside stick, but there's a flag on the play.
Wait a minute, it was here, right?
He
Definitely
caught it
10
at the
yards.
48-yard line.
Yeah.
It was 12 yards down the field. So that part is legal unless somebody was offside, and they're waving it off. So it will be Bunker Hill ball with 22.8 seconds to go. Great play there by Damian Birch. You couldn't execute it any better. Ball just went along the turf, popped up in the air, and here we go.
Like I said, I thought he did a pretty good job when they called the timeout. It was like a kicker in football when they tried to ice him that he puts it through.
Ice the defense.
Yeah, but that time they iced the
Blair back, throws. He's got Birch. He's got a guy downfield. It's Ruff, but the pass is a little too far outside and out of bounds. Ruff did make the catch, and now we're down to 18.5 seconds. This is what we've been hoping for all year. A great game, crazy stuff happening.
We finally got
crowds up on their feet at the end. This is what we come for. I don't care who wins. Give me something fun, and we're getting that tonight here. 78 points, 18 seconds left, and it's still not decided. 2 wide receivers each side. Blair back, pressure, throws, catches off the hands of Gaither. Falls incomplete, almost intercepted. Was that Nasenda?
I believe so, yeah. Yes.
Yeah, Dan Nasenda on the coverage. Just couldn't get his hands under it. So it falls incomplete to the turf, and now we're down to 14.8. They're not using a lot of time on any of these plays.
That might have been a good drop or a good pass breakup because he's in the middle of the field. You wonder if he could have had to break in the tackle with only 14 seconds. No timeouts on either team.
If you get the first down, it stops long enough, you might be able to clock it. Blair back, and he's drilled. Angel Outlaw says, game over. And he says, game over, 2-1, and that's the end of the ball game. North Lincoln pulls it out. They survive. A recovered onside kick, 2 incomplete passes, and then Angel Outlaw just buries Blair in the backfield. The sack and no timeouts, so the clock runs out, and the final score will be 40-38. What a finish to this ball game. North Lincoln, with a big needed victory, goes to 2-7. First win in the new conference. Bunker Hill, hard luck losers, but they're still going to be probably around the playoff bubble.
Well, I tell you what, if they weren't prepared for Blair to come in and be quarterback, I mean, to throw for
390
is that's the most they've passed all year total.
Now, I think they got a little bit more than that. that was more than they've run for all year. That's for sure. Oh, my goodness, what a finish there. Oh, my. Got to catch our breath here before we start the stadium postgame show. So big celebration for the North Lincoln Knights as they pull it out 40-38. We'll take a timeout here and try and add up some of these crazy numbers. The stadium postgame show is brought to you by Glen Oaks Golf Club. We'll be back with that after this timeout.
First Federal Savings Bank. They've been serving Lincoln County and the surrounding counties since 1940. If you're looking to build your dream home, purchase a new home, or buy land, they have the products and services for you. At First Federal Savings Bank, they want to get to know you by name and build a relationship for generations to come. Give them a call at 704-735-0416 or visit the website at ffsb-nc.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
It's the Slingshot Showstopper sales event at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Get up to $3,000 customer cash on remaining 2024 models, plus 15% off accessories. Plus, it's the all-out summer sales event on all Polaris models with up to $4,000 off 2024 models, and financing at 0% for up to 60 months. And save big on the Suzuki King Quad ATVs with 0% financing for up to 36 months or $1,600 in customer cash. At Full Throttle Power Sports, 100 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com.
You can book your tee times online at the Glen Oaks Golf Course in Maiden. Just go online at glenoaksgolf.com. Pick out your tee time and book it. Check out their pro shop, snack bar, driving range, and banquet hall. And memberships are available. For more information, call 828-428-2451. Or again, go online at glenoaksgolf.com and like them on Facebook too. Is your home or business in need of a new roof or gutters? Look no further than Gutter Guys. Gutter Guys provides complete gutter and roofing solutions in our entire area and even in Columbia, South Carolina. With over 22 years experience, Gutter Guys specializes in metal and shingle roofing, seamless gutters, and copper works. If your roof and gutters need some attention, Gutter Guys is here to help you. No job is too big or too small. So give them a call today at 704-879-4384 for Gutter Guys. Serving the Carolinas since 2003.
Escape the elements and get back to comfortable with James River Equipment's Back to Cool special. Step inside a John Deere 3R, 4R, or 5E 3-cylinder tractor and enjoy the ultimate operator experience. The premium cab keeps you out of the dust, dirt, and bugs, while air ride seats and quiet climate-controlled interior lets you focus on getting more done. With up to $5,000 off and 0% financing for 72 months, there's never been a better time to upgrade your ride. James River delivers. Ends 9/26/25 with approved credit from John Deere Financial. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
James River Equipment Company, 703 North Post Road, Shelby. Applying for a car loan has never been easier than now at Jeff's Auto Sales in Lincoln and Shelby. Just apply online and get your financing pre-approved. Just go to jeffsautosales.com. And remember, they are the home of the $500 down payment. And shop online for your next vehicle. See the entire selection, pick out the one you want, and just apply online. That's Jeff Auto Sales, 3081 East Highway 27 in Lincoln, 4490 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Again, apply online at jeffsautosales.com. Be prepared for the flu season. Stop in with no appointment necessary at Kiever Pharmacy in Lincoln. They do all types of vaccinations, including flu shots, and now they are recommending pneumonia shots for those over the age of 50. Kiever Pharmacy features personalized care. See them at 1814 East Main Street in Lincoln, next to Chick-fil-A. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 3 on Saturday. Call 704-735-9072. Online at KieverPharmacy.com. Like them on Facebook too.
Some people say there are doers, and there are dreamers. But what's wrong with a little dreaming, especially when it's shared? With hard work, little dreams grow into big ones. At Kubota, we know that your work never stops, and we're inspired by those who dream. But our equipment is built for dreamers and doers, like you. Kubota, built for those who do.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive, Kings Mountain. Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln has been serving the Piedmont of North and South Carolina since 1919. Sure, they deliver to your home with home heating oils. They'll help keep you warm, but they do a whole lot more. They feature bulk fuel delivery, on-site and commercial fueling, backup generator fueling, and farm and agricultural fueling. For home or business or farms, call on Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln, 704-735-2508. Online at rhodesandbill.com, located at 1404 East Main Street in Lincoln. Like them on Facebook, too.
Phew.
Yeah,
Good
catch your breath on that
gracious.
one.
No, my goodness. What a fantastic ball game. If you joined us, man, if you could have seen what we saw.
That was impressive.
That
Both
was-
sides.
I mean, North Lincoln scores. You get the onside kick after they called timeouts. Like, no, let's try this a different way. Worked to perfection. They had a real good shot down here to Ruff on the sideline. Nice pass, but it was just slightly out of bounds. And then another incompletion that almost was an interception, and then Angel Outlaw just buries Blair, and with no timeouts, the clock ran out, and that made it 40-38. And the North Lincoln kids and coaches just came pouring onto the field.
That's a good feeling. Like I say, they've had, a tough season with all
Both
the
have,
turnover.
yeah.
And super credit to Bunker Hill. What a fantastic effort.
They never quit.
And just kept coming. Just
Yeah.
would not stop.
The Stadium Postgame Show is brought to you by Glen Oaks Golf Club of Maiden. And, I do a recap of the game by Parker Farm Service of Kings Mountain, but I'm not sure we'd be done before midnight. It was only, 19-12 at the half? Yeah. It was 19-12 at the half. That's 31 points. They got 78, so they scored, oh, God, I can't do the math, 48 points in the second half between the two teams. 3 touchdowns for North Lincoln, 4 touchdowns for Bunker Hill. So, yeah, about 7 touchdowns, roughly 49, 48 points.
Well, two fumbles by North Lincoln, and
Yeah.
then there was a punt that Bunker Hill had, and then, of course, last possession where they got sacked and clock ran out. So they really, everybody scored on each possession about.
It was just, and the thing was, when AG scored, we were thinking, they left them enough time with the way they were striking down the field, and they very nearly hit that one to Ruff down there. That would have put them inside the 20. And, out of bounds, clock stops, and then it gets really fun. Not that it wasn't, but it would get really fun. So let's take a look at some of the stats. Well, let me take it back here. We'll go back and do some more on the recap of the game here. Second half for Bunker Hill, 4 touchdown passes. Blair 3 times to Tay Gaither, 1 time to Cam Ruff, and he passed for 257 yards in the second half.
That's a game total.
It is a game total. That's just crazy. So overall, 18 of 28 passing, 390 yards, 5 touchdowns. They don't run the ball well, and tonight they proved it, 11 carries for -9. But still, almost 400 yards offense for a team that has just struggled to put points on the board this year. They had, 101 coming in, and they get 38 tonight. So the game they won was drawn with 46. Tonight, 38. That's 2/3 of their points for the whole year.
Right.
And I'll tell you what, I'm going to have to go back and look. I didn't put down stats on Blair. I imagine he was there. I could pull up Max Prep, but I'm not going to. And I guarantee he hasn't thrown much this year because we put down Fernandez thinking he was a starting quarterback.
Right.
And he wasn't, but then watching him in pregame, kid can spin a ball. He's just a sophomore.
Right.
So I don't know, maybe Fernandez might want to try wide receiver. This kid can throw the ball, and he's got some targets. So they had 4 touchdowns. North Lincoln scored on their first 2 possessions of the second half to make it 33-18, but consecutive fumbles on possessions gave Bunker Hill a chance, and they darn near pulled it off. Got a late touchdown by Landon Agee, capping a 10-minute drive, and you thought, well, it's okay. But no, wait a minute. There's 8-point margin here. So then they get the long touchdown. The 2-point conversion was close. Yeah, I mean, Whitener caught the ball, feet in the end zone, but the body laying outside the end zone, so it's no good. Good call there by the officials. And then the onside kick and all of that. I mean, my goodness, what a ball game. We've been looking for one of those all year.
That's right.
On the other side for North Lincoln, 2 passes, 3 completions, 25 yards and an interception. On the ground, 50 carries, 250 yards. But the big one was the final 65-yard drive where they chewed up over 10 minutes of time on the clock. 10 minutes, 16 seconds to be exact. I mean, that's a coach's dream, and they almost ran the clock out. And I made the comment that Agee would have been smart to fall on the 1-yard line.
Right.
But, I mean, it's tough to tell the kids that.
Yeah,
but
I mean, you're
look,
excited.
end zone.
Yeah.
Woo.
I mean, like you say, and it's deceiving that their yards. Like, they don't have that many yards. Well, they didn't have that many long fields other than that 10-minute drive. So, like I say,
And even that was only from the 35.
Right.
That their worst field position, the start of possession, was their own 34.
yeah. So, like I say, you're a little deceived by the yardage, thinking there'd be more with 40 points. But, I mean, again, they were short fields. But, like you say, you very rarely see a defense let somebody come into the end zone, save their 2 timeouts so they can turn around and score, and then it actually
they
works.
did.
And they only needed 2 plays or whatever the heck it was. So
It wasn't many.
yeah, that was more than 2 or whatever. But great game.
So that's a recap of the game, and we'll be talking about this one for a while. Parker Farm Service of Kings Mountain is the sponsor of that. So after all of that, let's take a look at some awards. Start off with a sub of the game brought to you by Subway of Boger City.
Yeah, always the toughest one. I always try to keep track as best I can. I don't think Dan Nasenda started for North Lincoln. So in my mind, he did not. So Dan Nasenda for North Lincoln is our Subway of Boger City sub of the game. Only had 3 tackles, but out of the 3 tackles, one was a tackle for loss. You got one of those quick little out patterns to one of the receivers, made a tackle. But the big one was the pass breakup at the end of the game. So, again, I try to mark the starters as soon as they come in. I didn't have him. It was a starter. And that ended up being in essence, the last play other than the sack that Outlaw got on the last play.
He came in a couple times on blitzes and got real close to hitting Blair or chased him around out of the pocket and disrupted the timing somewhat.
Right.
Not much disrupted Blair tonight. So
so Dan Nasenda is our sub of the game, brought to you by Subway of Boger City.
next is our offensive player of the game, brought to you by Rhodes and Beal Oil Company of Lincolnton.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago we were using offensive in a different tone. Tonight we are definitely using it in the correct manner. But there was so much offense, we had to go with co-offensive players of the game, and we picked one from each team. So kind of heard in the recap, but North Lincoln's Landon Agee ran the ball 25 times for 176 yards, had 3 touchdowns. Ran the ball hard. I know he always runs hard. It just seemed like it was extra hard tonight to get those tough yardages, and so did a great job for North Lincoln. And, of course, for Bunker Hill, had to be, number 10, Tay Gaither. 9 receptions for 259 yards and 4 touchdowns. So, yeah, I'm going to try to do my quick math. So it's definitely over 20 yards a carry. So 1879 is what's got to be right around 28 yards a reception?
28.8.
Okay, that was close.
You were. Good job.
Okay, so we had to go with offensive players of the
Yeah.
game. Brought to you by Rhodes and Bale Oil Company of Lincolnton. Again, North Lincoln's Landon Agee and Bunker Hill's Tay Gaither.
I think Gaither outgained West Lincoln and Stuart Kramer combined that night.
Yeah.
If not, he was darn close. Because I don't think there was much more than 300 yards in that game. And he had 290 himself.
Right.
So next up is the defensive player of the game, brought to you by Abernathy, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram of Lincolnton.
Yeah, again, normally you're going to give it to somebody that was disruptive. A lot of players for both sides that made some big plays. But the biggest play of the game was North Lincoln's number 72, Angel Outlaw. Again, he had 3 tackles. 2 of them were sacks. But again, very disruptive in the backfield. But he had the sack at the very last play of the game. and a big hit because it took a while for Blair to get up. But he made that big play at the end to seal it for the North Lincoln Knights. And so Angel Outlaw is our defensive player of the game, brought to you by Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Lincolnton.
And finally, our overall player of the game, brought to you by Abernathy Chevrolet of Lincolnton, someone we didn't even think was playing tonight.
Yeah, again, we were looking at, I think it was number
13
for
Fernandez.
Yeah, Fernandez as their everyday.
I'm sorry, Gonzalez. I was close. Jalen Gonzalez. My
Okay,
apologies.
That's all right. Yeah, and when we saw him in shorts, so we kind of were watching Mr. Grayson Blair, and we said he was left-handed, threw a pretty good ball.
Oh, God,
and
it was
did
pretty in
not
pregame.
stop at all when the game started. And he came out and threw it first play of the game or second play of the game. So our overall player of the game is Bunker Hill's quarterback, number 16, Grayson Blair, 18 of 28, 390 yards, 5 touchdowns, and more impressive, 0 interceptions.
Yeah, I mean, he spins a nice ball. He really does. Very impressed with the sophomore, Grayson Blair.
And again, overall player of the game, brought to you by Abernathy Chevrolet of Lincolnton, is Bunker Hill's Grayson Blair.
Well, that'll do it from here. Final score again on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. North Lincoln 40, Bunker Hill 38. Quite a game this week. Next week we're scheduled to go to Lenore Ryan Stadium, where Lake Norman Charter will be taking on Lincoln Charter in football. And they're, as we said during the game, going through some of the other sports, they're meeting each other a lot in other sports too. So that is where we're scheduled to go. And we'll be looking forward to seeing Moret Stadium. I've never been there. And
makes 2 of us.
And they will be hosting some of the state title games. I'm not sure how many, because there's NC State, and I forget what the other stadium was.
I thought they were even throwing around Panther Stadium, Bank of America. I thought I had heard that, but maybe I was wrong. Maybe
I'm not sure.
8A's or something, maybe.
But it's we're only 1 week away from the end of the regular season, and then the playoffs start, and things get ratcheted up another level. So that'll do it tonight from Bunker Hill High School in Claremont. Thank you to Kevin, JP, and everyone else in the studio for getting us on the air and sticking with us through that crazy final minute. And I'm Dave Potter. He's Scott Tudor. Thank you so much for joining us on LincolnCounty.com and YouTube. Thank you, and good night.